Hey, how's it? This is the Foundation. Coming at you with my Cowboys draft recap. Uh, Sorry, Nova. I thought I uploaded mine, but I don't know what happened. The thing didn't upload. So anyway, I accidentally deleted the whole thing. So now I gotta make my review. Do another one. um, Overall, I think we had a solid draft. We'll make it a great draft. I'll get into that real shortly. Um, fourth overall pick, fourth overall pick. We got my guy Zeke. I was really happy with that. Again, it's all about impact, immediate impact. Um, you know, Never settle. I don't want good players. I want great players. And when this theory of Morris is okay, McFadden is okay. They can run behind this great offensive line. I don't want this okay. I want great. I want great to breathe great, kind of thing. Um, so and then it's gonna put my theory to the test because the way, again, I'll get to that shortly. The immediate impact side of him affecting the defense and special teams. Um, it's gonna put my theory to the test, which I'm confident in because I have a lot of confidence in this draft as well too. Um, but second round, we all have our mock drafts or guys that we think are gonna be there and stuff like that. One guy I was surprised that he was there was Ogba. Ogba was very good guy. Also thought you guys heard me rave about him a little bit because I thought that he would be the best player available at that juncture of the draft. Um, and then like if you notice um, trends of the draft, like in the first round, a lot of tackles was taken, and then it went to wide receivers. So you saw like the trends of that. So when for the first two picks, I was like, okay, maybe get one of them. And the first two picks goes to Dodd and Ogba and Dodd. I was like, oh, this might be the run of defensive ends. So I got a little antsy, but I still had players, but I just got antsy because the trends was in my mind. And then when they said Jaylon Smith, you saw my reaction. I'm not gonna lie. I overreacted a little bit. Um, I was caught completely off guard. I was in panic mode because like I said, when you see those trends, you gotta strike when it's hot and stuff like that. But again, if this kid comes up to be when he comes back and he's just as healthy, he's gonna be a beast. And then you get him as another cornerstone for being a playmaker and maybe eventually a leader, which we need on that side of the ball. We have all the leaders on offense, but it's very small on the defensive side, very small sample. Um, and then like then in the third round, again there's some guys and all that, and we gotta we went to Miley Collins. Miley Collins, they a lot of people a little confused on him because it's like, oh, his stats not all that great. Well, in in 2014, 2013, they was in a 4-3. Then they moved him to the 3-4, and he was defensive end in a 3-4, and normally defensive ends don't get really that much stats. They're up there to just hold the blocks and stuff like that. But if you move on the inside in a 4-3, he's gonna be maybe back. He probably could play the one because he's big. I mean, he's big like a nose tackle, but he's very quick. So he's gonna get pushed up the middle, which is gonna help our edge rushers, which they're gonna need all the help they can get. Um, and then, so I was still like, okay, still got some guys. The day went, and I said, right, I still get some guys. And in the fourth round, um, I excluded this guy just because of scheme. I kind of felt that they misused him a little bit, but we took Charles Tapper. Charles Tapper, my friend is a Alabama fan, and he really loves Julio Jones, Ingram, and Amari Cooper. And I remember when the draft happened, I was like, oh, good, good, not bad, not bad. And then when he called me up, he said, hey, you guys got the guy. I go, Tapper, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then he says, no, the one. I go, what one? And he goes, remember from the bowl game? And then he said, oh, and then after that, then I remembered him running down Cooper, and I was like, oh yeah. And I remember saying like later on that night, I remember saying like, oh yeah, I would love to Cowboys draft that guy because he's fast. And then what I was thinking with him is that he can probably play the left or right end, and maybe even the middle if you want to go to this NASCAR or whatever you want to say it and all that. But again, um, he might be a gem in this draft. One of those hidden gems. And then if he was watching Cowboys.com, if he was following with the draft on there, Dave Helmand, one of the writers, and then all of a sudden you see, I started watching, and then you see Jason Garrett start doing these dropbacks, and these steroid motions, and right there I was like, oh, they're getting a quarterback, and personally I like Hogan better, but you heard the workouts. And they kept constantly work them out, and so it's going to be Dak Prescott. Um, the positives of Dak is that Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. Um, he was a 2014 Heisman candidate, and then they was kind of thinking of putting him in the Heisman finalists, a potential Heisman finalist in this year. But what he did was that you gotta love this is that he decided to change up his stuff and become a better passer. And when you show the work ethic to want to do that, that's a very positive thing. And then constantly hear his teammates love him. They want to play. They love playing for him. And when you got a guy like that believes in you, you start running your routes harder. You start blocking better. You start run um, running harder and stuff like you wanna do good for him. So that was that. Again, personally, I didn't like this quarterback draft class. I think next year there's gonna be a lot of quarterbacks. Um, and then so 6th round came. Uh, First Anthony Brown, very fast guy, very good catch up speed, physical, will tackle and stuff like that, which is a must in Marinelli's system. Um, and then if anything, push these guys. Create the competition. Some people say, oh, he might be the fourth cornerback. Some people is projecting that he should have been in the 3rd round. So, and even some will say maybe even maybe even late second. So I'm not. So it's like what that tells me right there is that he could push Carr or even Claiborne. So create the competition for these guys. And then we took Kayvon Frazier, strong safety. From what I gather with him is that the highlights I seen too is that he has a pretty good ball skills. And he's very physical, so he'll stay in the box. But the good thing is that similar to Barry Church, but he can come back. He doesn't have to be right on the person to cover. He can play off, and he understands routes and stuff like that. And he's a little bit better of a ball hawk kind of guy, which again we need on defense. Um, and he's gonna put Wilcox on notice, which a lot of people probably will love that. Um, I was kind of high on Wilcox in 2014, and then this year he just completely went backwards. And then right after that, we took Darius Jackson. A lot of people scratched their head on that one because now our running back is crowded. Well, Dunbar is gonna be on the pup one. If you've seen this kid is big and fast. McFadden, you never know. It's like, well, he never did finish the season, so you never know with that. Uh, but this kid, he can run down the field and he can catch like a right receiver. He uses his hands, so So again, he's putting everybody. I mean, other than Zeke, he's putting everybody on notice. And if you start worrying about Morris like that, oh, he has a contract, he has a 2 year contract. Well, his contract is not big enough to worry about. I mean, we traded for Christian Michael, and we still cut him. So it's all about the competition. I don't care about the rest. Um, his contract is not that. It's not like a Brandon Carr kind of contract, so it doesn't matter. Then finally we took a project draft pick, Rico Gathers. Um, basketball player. Very physical. I mean, very physically gifted, I should say. Um, so they're gonna try him out at tight end, and like a lot of these 6, 7 round picks, they don't. Majority of them they don't make it. They usually on the special teams or practice squad. So, hey, take a chance. I mean, from what I heard is that a lot of people that went to the pro day, then all of a sudden they saw him, and then all of a sudden 25 teams worked him out. So that shows that not only us but a lot of teams also had their eye on him as a potential guy. So again, overall, I thought we had a solid draft, and then if Jaylon comes back as hopefully as great as he is, it's gonna be a great draft. Best one in years. Um, so yeah, again, solid. Um, there's some undrafted free agents, but I'll make another video about that. Just wanted to get this one out of the way. Hurry up and upload it. Mahalo for watching. Paniolo boys, go Cowboys.